All right, guys, welcome back to the King Closer Reacts. I'm the King Closer, RJ Bates III. And today we're bringing back my favorite guy to review, Mr. Jerry Norton. This is his third appearance on the King Closer Reacts, but this time it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be watching Jerry himself. He actually did a video where he has his 17-year-old son call and make an offer to a real estate agent. So this is also not direct to seller, it's direct to agent. Jerry is going to coach his son, and then he's going to have the son call, and we're going to find out, is Jerry Norton's son a closer? Let's get into this. All right, so we're going to start off with a little bit of role play before the call. So this will be a treat because we know Jerry's a closer, so we get to see Jerry kind of coach up his son, do a little bit of role play before we get started.
So I'm the agent. So, hello, this is Tim, the real estate agent.
Hello.
What's your offer?
About 150, bit under maybe.
150? Are you crazy? What's wrong with you? So you said a little bit, but it's actually a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not a little bit, that's a lot. So maybe what you'd say is, since it is quite a bit, because he's listed at, what is he listed at, 214, 215?
Yeah.
And you want to be at 150, so you're way under. So then what you want to do is you want to prep him that you're way under. So then you want to say, yeah, we're interested in this property, but we're quite a bit below where you're listed. But I just still wanted to call, and I still wanted to talk to you about it. You know, maybe you could tell me what's going on. Does the seller have a lot of room to come down? Right? You kind of want to like start a conversation, see where he's at, feel him out before you give him your lowball number. It's listed at ARV.
That's usually not a deal then, right?
It just means they're way overpriced for really where you need to be at, but it's also a pretty clean property. So they're just looking for a retail buyer that's okay with a kind of dated house. It's not really hammered enough to where they're going to take a big discount. So this is a tough one because it needs sort of a rehab, but it's kind of livable. But it's not that bad. It's pretty clean. Look how clean the basement is. But look at the floors there. The needs new floors. So it just needs an update. When it's a situation like this, your chances of getting a lowball offer accepted are pretty slim. Mm-hmm. So then change your focus from getting the deal to building the relationship. So then you talk more about, hey, I'm an investor, we buy cash, we're looking for a property. This one's probably not going to work out because I need to be a lot lower than where you're listed. But do you have anything else that we could take a look at? Or if you get another property that's distressed, we'll let you write the offer for us. If it's your listing, we'll let you write the offer. Then you get both sides of the commission.
Yeah.
That's more important than telling him you want 150 on his 214 list. Because there's just no way they're going to do that. But you still want to make the call, make the connection. Be totally open with him. When he's like, what's your price? Be like, it's way under where you're at right now. Because tell him why. Say, look, we flip houses, so I would need to go in there and do all new flooring. Tell him, look, I would do a big rehab, which means I need to get it for quite a bit under where it's at. It's probably not going to work out. Like, I'll tell him, I'm probably way too low. There's no way they'll take my offer. But I'm calling you because we're looking for a deal right now. Do you have anything else? Is the seller super motivated? If they're willing to take a bigger discount later, like let's say you can't sell it, call us back, like that kind of conversation.
Okay.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's the coaching before this call. It's interesting. Jerry said a lot there. Going into this call, the objective is they want to build a relationship, maybe even see if there's like another hip pocket listing or something like that, that they could take a look at. It's not so much about making this offer for $150,000. So a little bit interesting. And then my observance of his son, right? Typical 17-year-old, right? Kind of yawning, not really as engaged as Jerry. Jerry's super engaged, trying to pump him up, coach him on this call. The thing I love right there, just the look on Jerry's face. Like, dude, Jerry is so excited for this moment. I love seeing that. I hope the kid does good here. But this is interesting because it's not so much about getting the deal, according to Jerry. Let's see how the conversation plays out.
Here we go. You got this.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm
Did
doing-
I call too early?
No, they were fine. I was just not totally ready yet.
You weren't ready. You called about 11311
Irvington
and
Drive.
Lawrence.
Yes, that is correct.
Let me tell you the situation.
Okay.
39-year-old son, deceased, bought it 3 years ago, parents selling it. So they have to pay off the mortgage. So the least they could take for it is about $210.
Got it. Yeah, so that
What a banger of a call to get right out of the gate. Look at Jerry. Jerry's like, give me that phone. I know what to say right now. What a way for him to start this off. I mean, love the realtor coming right out and being like, hey, here's the situation. 210, got to pay off the mortgage. Tragic scenario where the parents are selling off the deceased son's property. So this is a lot to unpack here. And right out of the gates, right, he's basically forced with facing that the number that he had in mind is $60,000 off. Huge. Going to be extremely interested to see how he navigates this right out of the gates.
is something that I was gonna want to talk to you about. So, our offer is lower than that. So, let's just talk about. There's no room to go under that. I'm assuming that's 210's the price is the lowest that they're gonna want to go.
Maybe 1,000, but they have to pay off the mortgage and costs.
Okay.
And so, you know, the work that needs to be done, their kitchen and bathrooms are updated. All the appliances go with it. What needs to be done is the flooring. On the entry level, everything under carpet is hardwood.
Yeah.
It needs to be refinished. On the upstairs, where there is a bathroom and 2 bedrooms, carpet, not hardwood. And paint and clean up the yard. I mean, mostly it's muscle work.
Yeah.
You know,
muscle work. She's trying to sell it. So at this point, it's interesting. Jerry did touch base on, hey, part of the property is clean. We didn't really see, at least maybe I might have missed it. I didn't see pictures of the kitchen and the bathroom, but the realtor did disclose that those are updated. So that makes a difference. She did also kind of admit that the floors need to be redone. We already knew that going in prior to the call. I thought you did a really decent job there of saying, you know, hey, I need to be pretty significantly below. That's why I was reaching out. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. And then great question. You know, 210, that's really the number. There's no wiggle room on that. It's always important, especially in this scenario. Like if you're kind of unsure about what to say, it's always good to kind of re-ask a question and just validate that, hey, I know you just said 210, but is that really a number? There's no wiggle room on that. And then kind of recompose yourself, because she did just kind of hit them right out of the gates with a ton of information. And sometimes that can be really hard to navigate.
it's not something you have to hire out somebody to do.
Yeah. What do you?
I mean, if you can do it yourself.
Yeah. What do you think it would sell for once it's all fixed up?
Well, the comps I have are 245.
Okay.
And maybe more depending, you know, the market slowed down, but I expect it to pick up. It slowed down in September, primarily because schools opened, sports got started, and there was a Jewish holiday. So my guess is 245, you know, you'd probably be able to get that for it.
Okay.
Maybe more. Somebody told me 270, but I'm not confident of that. So it's a really nice house. There aren't very many 4-bedroom homes with 2 bathrooms, 1 on each level. The yard needs to be cleaned up, I'm going to be honest with you. Other than that, it's a terrific house. Now, the previous agent...
Okay. Yeah, that's probably 210's a little too high for us, but would you be willing to let us take over your payments?
Their payments.
Their payments.
No, I can't do that. They want it paid off.
Okay.
They
Okay.
want it paid off. There's a personal representative, which is the parents. They do not want that.
That's an interesting answer there. I mean, first and foremost, he kind of messed up the word, the language right there. It's always important, you know. He said, "Would you allow me to take over your payments?" It's their payments. He fixed it. Jerry caught it. And she says, "I can't do that." Well, has she even talked to the sellers about selling the property sub 2? She's kind of taking a strong stance there of like, no, as if the conversation has happened. But I highly doubt that she's had that conversation about selling the property sub 2, which is essentially what he's pitching there. Curious to see what Jerry says next on this. I doubt that he goes the novation route, but then again, Jerry's a creative guy. Plus, he's got his son there. You know, he wants to make this deal go down. So he might pitch like, would they allow us to come in and do the repairs? And then anything that we make above that, you know, do a novation. See what they say.
Wants the house
Do you have
gone.
any other properties that are
Oh, you just
I think you could make money on it. If you got the work done in the next 2 or 3 months, you know, and you did it yourself, I think you could make money on it.
Yeah, I understand that, but do you have any other properties that are listed that we could look for to get a good flip?
Well, I have one on Alexander, and without looking on the computer, but that one is the same situation. You know, it needs updating, it needs minor updating, but the price is the price. I mean, they can't take less. You know, if you want to send me your email, I'll try to find some things that look like good deals for you.
Yeah, we'll look at it a little closer. But
Okay, take a look at it, see what you think. Let me know, okay?
Sounds good.
So text me on this.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Good job. Great agent. Like friendly, nice, talkative.
Great first call agent.
Yeah, great.
that's the look right there. The fingers to there. That's why I don't have any hair anymore. Hey, listen, you can tell he's young, nervous. You know, was a little bit uncomfortable, didn't know what to say. But here's the thing. He picked the phone up. And Jerry's right. That's a great agent, great relationship. She's going to send another property. Clearly, the thing that you notice there is she doesn't necessarily understand how the numbers work, where she's saying, hey, buy this at 210, sell it for 245. You can make money on this. So you can't assume that the other property's numbers aren't going to work, because based off of this, I don't trust that her deal analysis skills are that good. So the other deal could be a banger of a deal. She was acting like 245 is what some people have told me. But you know, some people have said 270. What do you mean? You're the agent. What do you see? What do you think? What would you list it for if it's completely fixed up? So interested to see. We still got like half the video left, so I'm curious to see where this goes from here.
Great first call agent. You did awesome. Good job. So feedback. What did you see? What went well? What could you have done differently? What do you think?
She was talking a lot. Maybe I could have tried to say some more things.
No.
Really?
Yeah. If they're talking, let them talk. Let them talk. You always want somebody else to talk more, because they'll just keep revealing information. But listen closely to what they're saying, and then use the information they're giving you to help you understand. So one thing is, I always like to see the agent's perspective on what they think value is. We comped it at 215. She said 245. So when they say that, I would follow up and say, what values are you looking at? What comps are you looking at? Because maybe she's right and we're missing something.
Great feedback there from Jerry. Also interesting to see, like he said, okay, what could you have done better? And I think this is people's natural reaction is, well, I didn't do a whole lot on the call. I should have said more. I should have done this or done that. It's not about you. It's about them. Let them sell you the house. You are the buyer. So love that feedback from Jerry to his son there and saying, no. If they're talking, let them talk. And then he went immediately to the one part that I thought was interesting because you could see, they were comping, they were looking at it, and they disagreed on value. He should have definitely dug in there. But again, what was my feedback? I didn't agree with her. I didn't think she understood numbers, right? You can't buy a property for 210, sell it for 245, and do repairs and make money. That's impossible. It doesn't pencil out. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can make a couple of grand or something, but who's going to flip a house for that? It's too much liability.
Could be. I don't think so, but could be.
Looking on Zillow.
Well, yeah, but so are we. But I mean, for example, when she says 245, say, do you have a comp that shows 245? Can you tell me where you're seeing that? Because I'm seeing 215 as a value fixed up. And then when she's like, oh, all you got to do is this and that, and I don't know how much investors want to make. What a lot of agents don't realize about flippers is we have a lot of soft cost, meaning there's financing costs. We have to pay closing costs.
Talk about the rehab and how that's why my price was so low.
Yeah, so when she says 210, it's okay just say, well, it sounds like 210 would work, but the problem is there's a lot of fees to fix it up. There's fees for funding. There's fees for closing costs when I resell it. Mm-hmm. So you try to help the agent kind of look at it from a flipper's perspective.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't matter because 210's as low as they can go. So you don't keep trying to get lower. That doesn't solve anything because they owe too much. And you did the right thing by, hey, can we take over their payments? She said no because they need the money to buy something else. So that means we can't do a creative finance deal. Okay. So then just be like, okay, well, we'll take a closer look. That way she feels like you're listening to her and going to give her that you're giving her credibility on her perspective. Yeah. But then go to the relationship. So one thing on the relationship, you did great by saying, do you have anything else? She said, yeah, I got another one just like this. Say, great, what's the address? We'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
And then say to her, by the way, Alice, just so you know, we'll let you write the offers for us on your listings. She said, I'll send you some deals, I think. That means she's going to be a buyer's agent and send us other stuff on the MLS. We don't want that because we can find those ourselves and we go directly to the listing agent. Yeah. Remember double dip? But what you could say, Alice, in the future, anytime you get a distressed property, call us. We'll give you a cash offer and we'll let you write it for us. We'll let you represent us so you get the commission from our side. Yeah. That's the most important thing. And she's super friendly and nice.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Again, first ever call to an agent. So struggle a little bit there with understanding how to build that relationship. The thing that I think is interesting, the takeaway that you guys should have from this is see how machine-like Jerry is with his responses and how he would build that relationship with an agent. It's because he's done it time and time again. He knows exactly what to say and how to say it and how to add value to that real estate agent. That's the key here, right? You're adding value to their business. And because of that, that's why they're going to continue to bring you deals. That's what he's trying to instill in him right now is like, yeah, I mean, you said you would take a look at it, but you didn't add the value. You didn't talk about the double dip on the commission. You didn't talk about, hey, future listings, bring that to us, and we can immediately make an offer. So I love that teaching moment there by Jerry.
So she probably would. So I'd follow up with a text and just say, hey, Alice, just so you know, in the future, if you get any distressed properties, give us a call and we'll give you a cash offer. Save my number. Call us when you get distressed properties. We'll let you write the offers for us. See how important that is? And if she does, then a month from now, she may call you and say, hey, Jonathan, I got this deal coming up. I listed on Friday. It's Monday. Go take a look at it. They're super motivated. It needs a bunch of work, and you can get this for a great deal, blah, blah, blah. Remember, it's never about the deal at hand, even though that's what we're calling about. It's always about the relationship because the relationship turns into future deals.
Yes, you got that.
But you did awesome. You did really good.
Yeah, I thought I was not too stuttery and slow on the phone.
Yeah. As you practice, it'll get more natural. And what you want to learn how to do is pivot off of the information she's giving you. Yeah. But again,
The thing that he's not giving himself credit for is the fact that he actually picked up the phone and took the action. The majority of people will never take that action that he just did. And yeah, you could be hard on yourself. You could sit there and say, well, you know, I stumbled on my words. You know, I didn't ask the right question. I didn't know what to say here, there. At the end of the day, that wasn't an easy conversation. It's an easy conversation for Jerry Norton, but he's a GOAT in the industry. Of course, it's going to be easy for him. Everything's easy for him. This is the first phone call you've ever placed. The majority of people will sit there and they will watch videos on the internet and never once pick up the phone. They will watch YouTube videos for 6-7 years, sign up for multiple different programs, and then not pick up the phone. You can literally hand them motivated direct-to-seller leads and say, this is not for me. So the fact that he took that action, that right there is worthy of praise, because it's more than the vast majority of people will ever attempt to do.
Don't cut her off. Let her talk.
Okay.
She came right out and said they can't go lower than 210. I love that, because now we're not guessing where they really at. And
Agreed.
yeah, she took it immediately. She was transparent and said, look, they can't go any lower than 210, maybe 209. Instantly we know, okay, well, there's no way we're buying this at 150.
Yeah.
Even if the seller wanted to take 150, they can't because they owe a mortgage. So then that information is super valuable. So now you can pivot on that information. Say it like this, say, hey, Alice, in the future, anytime you get a distressed property, let us know right away. We'll give you a cash offer and let you represent us on the buyer side. And she'll know what that means. It means she'll get the listing commission and the buyer commission, double dip. And then here's my email. Say, this is my cell, save my number. I'm your cash buyer for Macomb County. I like that. I just thought of that. That's a really great thing, because hopefully she'll save it as that. And then what you should do is save her number, since she's friendly and open to that. Save her number in your Flipster contacts.
Yeah.
As like investor friendly agent. And then once a week email her and say, hey Alice, it's Jonathan, just checking in. You got any deals coming up? You got any listings I can make offers on, you know? And stay in contact with her. Awesome, dude. You crushed it.
Love it. Love it. What a cool moment, Jerry, with his son, Jonathan. We found out his name there at the end. Great job, Jonathan. Kudos to you for going out and taking that action. And on top of that, man, not only did you go out and take the action, but you let your dad film you doing it and let him post it on his YouTube channel with like 500,000 subscribers. I mean, yeah, there was probably some adrenaline and some nerves flowing during that call. But overall, man, is he a closer? I mean, no, obviously not. We can't determine anything from that call. But with Jerry as his dad and that coaching and that hand-holding throughout, and the fact that he's willing to take the action and take those steps, I absolutely believe that probably since then he's closed multiple deals. And in the future, if he decides this is what he wants to do, he will close deals because it's important. He's got a couple things. He's got a great mentor and a teacher that's telling him exactly what he needs to do. And we know Jerry's a great closer. And on top of that, he's got the willingness to go out and take that action that the majority of people are not willing to do. So I thoroughly enjoyed this one. You guys, let me know what you think about Jonathan and Jerry's coaching in this video in the comments. And make sure to give us a like. Also, as far as the King Closer Reacts video series goes, I thoroughly enjoy doing these. But here's the thing. It's a lot of work on the team to go find good calls in order for us to review. So if you know of a good call, if you know of a good live video that you would like for me to review, send me a link. Just drop it in the comments here on this video. All right. We're always looking for good calls to review. We're trying to find more out there. Quite frankly, there's not a lot of people out there that put out live seller calls. Me and Jerry Norton are one of the few people that actually do it regularly, which is why me and Jerry get along so well. One of many reasons. So if you know of good videos, drop them in the comments. We'll take a look at it and see if it's a good fit for us. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.